building. Middle of the week, guys. Middle of the week. You know, we got the Dak Watch going on down here. I'm gonna take that off the building. You know, that's such a high point. Let's not get all the way out there with that much. Spoony, Mary. Let me start with Spoon. Spoon, good sir. Into the antibiotics, feeling better. What's going on?
Bro, you know, feeling better. You know, last day antibiotics, which is a great thing. 20 days. That's a lot of days, but
that is a lot. 20. That's 3 weeks, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. I go for X-ray tomorrow, but everything's looking good. So just happy to talk about the Cowboys.
That's what's up. Mary, are you caught up, or is work still killing you?
Oh no, work is still killing me.
Fair enough. Outside of work killing you, how's everything? As we let it build up a little bit in here.
Oh yeah, it's good. The weather's been nice. You know, enjoying some of that and missing football, but
we got one more game coming up. We'll talk about here in a little bit. Oh, we got one more game. One more. Shout out to my guy Johnny Diaz, says Cowboys Nation in the building. Shout out to my guy Lunatic over there on YouTube. Damn, hey, all my Facebook people. Stargate Podcast on YouTube. Just spaces, man. Stargate Podcast. Man, hit currently these shares out here as we're building it up. Always give it a like and give it a share across the building, man. Bam. Hope everybody's well. Yes, sir. Oh, my boy Joe from Italy, right? My boy Joe from Italy's in the building.
Hello.
What's going on, Joe? Thank you for tuning in as always. We got a little Super Bowl we're going to talk about a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about this Super Bowl. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about that, right? And then, of course, we're also going to talk about this Dak Watch. Is it just, I mean, we're in purgatory. It's, I mean, for long-time listeners, right? Kind of, it's like Groundhog Day around here. A little bit. A little bit, right? We were kind of doing the same thing last year, right? Kind of what we were doing, right? So, yeah, my boy Nelson's in the building. Sydney. Hey, Dakota. My guy Morris said, Substar Gang Crew. Yeah, Gang's in the building. You already know. But let's get to it, guys. Let's new day, new, same clock. I don't know. Here we are. It's the Dak Watch all over again. All over again. Here we are. Spoon.
Yes, sir.
Big Spoon. Mary dropped out. Let me get back in here real quick. Mary back in this thing. She dropped out. So here we are. Like I said, it feels the same. Oh, shout out to our Eagles fan. Says F them boys. Hey, here's what I do know, Fog Meg. I see Eagles fans on Twitter photoshopping Dak in Eagles jerseys. I don't see the reverse. But,
did you see what I said to one of them?
No, what'd you say, Mary?
I said, I know you fucking lying.
Well, we're all, as your Twitter handle says, ready for them to make it rain, if you will. I'm gonna leave out the trick part on that. So I came up with this. Right here. I a little misconstrued. 4 years, right? 4 years, 160 million with 134.5 guaranteed. Kind of gets you in the ballpark. You're getting for 31 million the first year. It's going to go to about 41, 42 the second year, about 44 the third year, and then you can maybe renegotiate and move forward. At the end of the day, and that kind of got it spin and everything else. Somebody told me go draft a quarterback; it'll be better. All kinds of things happen, and of course during this time, and it's going to be even more wilder than the things that we went through last year with this Dak Watch. The word is, Steven, this came out and said, basically, is it, they're waiting for the cap number to be official before they get into it. That's kind of the rumor around the way is the Cowboys front office is waiting for the salary cap to be official. Official. Okay. To me, I think it doesn't really matter because I don't think it's really going to change what he's going to ask for or what they need to pay. But let me pivot it to y'all. Does that really matter in the grand scheme of things, waiting for the official salary cap number to come in?
I mentioned it before that I thought that was probably what they were doing. And But I do agree that, it doesn't change the numbers of his contract, doesn't change what he wants or what they want to give him. So it technically doesn't matter. But I mean, all across the league, no one's really getting huge contracts right now. So maybe that is a league-wide thing that they're all just waiting.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen, there's been like a couple of under signings, nothing really big outside of the trade, right, for Stafford. But I mean, that really didn't matter as far as a contract, right?
Yeah.
Sloan, waiting till the cap's announced, matter to you? That pushes it till March, right? Kicks the can down the road. Does it matter?
I'll tell you this. If Stephen Jones was the type of guy, type of GM, that was signing players and backing up what he says, I wouldn't. You know what? I would give him this, but because he's not like that, he lies a lot, and he basically the comments he gives us is like we're not understanding what we're watching. I don't like that he said that because I don't believe a word he come out of his mouth. End of the day, you can sign Dak and still worried about the number. So what are we saying? If the cap number is not good, you're not signing Dak Prescott. Just come out and say it. Don't stop with these crazy quotes. Like during the season, when we know we needed help in other positions, you're coming out saying, "Well, I like our guys." No, you don't. You don't like them because you're going to be signing them. You're lying to us. There's other ways of communicating with the fans, and it's like you think that we're that dumb. I mean, sorry to say, we may not be perfect in a lot of our things, but we know what we're watching. And for Stephen Jones to come out and say that behind the actions in the past, I don't like it. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to kind of look at the. It's a pivot off of the idea that they were so close to a deal, and whatever's happened. I think the one thing that's a stickler here that I don't think a lot of people are talking about yet, and for those that are tuned in, you're going to hear from your guy Nick's first is, you know what? The difference between last year and this year, hey, there's no longer 16 games in the season, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 17.
There's 17. And whenever you talk about 17 games and you need a contract, well, ladies and gentlemen, that changes the dynamic a little bit. That's another 4 quarters of going out there and putting it on the field, right? Another 60 minutes, if you will. So there's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of a caveat of a 17th game that they want to work into this contract that they have to do. I don't think personally that I don't think it's really going to matter what the cap comes in at once the league announces the cap. That's going to dramatically change whatever that Dak is looking to get and how this negotiation is going to go. But I mean, that's a stall tactic, in my opinion. Look, you can use it. It sounds good. It sounds like you're just, you're kicking the can down the road a little bit. For me, I get it. There's a 17th game in this thing. They're not really talking about that yet. As soon as Steven figures, oh, wait, 17th game, let me mention that. It'll get brought up. They just haven't brought it up yet. That'll be a negotiation tactic that they use. But yeah, man, as much as we want to get it done and get it over with, it's just one of those things. Like, we're going to wait till March and see. Like, this entire month, we're not. I mean, like I said, man, it's Groundhog Day for us, especially for us on this show and longtime listeners, man. The debate of the tag and what he doesn't get, and when does he sign the tag? Does he sign? Oh my God! Believe me, Cowboys Nation. Whenever I tell you that Mary, Spoonie, and me don't want to talk about this no more. Oh, it's true.
I blocked the Dallas Cowboys. I blocked them.
It is true. You did
I
block
them.
The official Dallas Cowboys Twitter.
I don't have time for the nonsense. So.
Ms. Mary, after the show, can you please tell me?
Hold on, Mary. Whoa. Hold on. And Mary, what do you not have time for the nonsense of? Break that down a little bit further for Cowboys Nation.
I mean, the main Twitter page, they fuel these rumors of Dak not being here or of us trading for a different guy. And it's just ridiculous. It's dumb. And it's not informative. Obviously, I understand wanting to talk about different scenarios, and that's what writers do. That's what the media does, but it's not fully informative. It's not explaining the full trade situation and what's needed to make it possible. It's not giving all the answers. It's just saying, oh, they could trade Dak, not mentioning all the other obstacles in line for the trade or on this side. And it's just, I'm done with it. So they are blocked until further notice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And you know,
Thank
and
you.
the fun
Oh
thing,
my God.
and the fun thing about that is they've done 2 articles like this now. The
Mhm.
first one was from David Hellman, and even David Hellman responded to the Cowboys Twitter account saying, "I think y'all just want me to get yelled at," which tells us he didn't really want to write the article, but hey, we all got a job, we got to do what we got to do, right? So
Mhm.
I wrote it. I mean, bruh.
I mean, I don't listen. I take anybody's opinion fair. I'm not the type of person to criticize so much, but we was tagged in Star Gang a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if Maddie's seen it. I was praying that she didn't see it. I know if she would have seen it, she would have said something. BJ said I said something, and basically this is the thing. If you're gonna, I understand that every writer has a job. You want to just call clickbait.
Mhm.
You want to about Dak may not be here, but telling the Cowboy Nation that trade Dak and draft a certain quarterback, that doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna give us options that's gonna make us feel good, not options that are gonna make us feel better, it's like you didn't even take the time to even really register in your mind. Does that make any sense? Because of articles like that, somebody came out and commented on Twitter. Now I'm new to Twitter. I'm just getting used to it. But I read somewhere where I'm not gonna say the person's name. He says the Cowboys should trade Dak and Zeke to the Jacksonville Jaguars for their first overall pick and draft Trevor Lawrence. And what planet do you think that's going to happen? Not on Earth.
Yeah.
Not on Earth. It's not going to happen. Why would you do that? And Madden may work, but it's things like that. So what Maddie said, I'm 150% on board because it's nonsense. Now, if you can come out and say, well, maybe a Jameis Winston's out there, that's reality. If Dak is not here, he's available. Don't come out and say trade this and trade that. That makes no sense. And
And I mean, here's the thing about it. And here's my uproar, my uptick, and where I was pissed off. Right, as my girl moving the chains, shout out to her. Has a great blog. Make sure you go follow that. And she communicated with Hellman and said it's not that serious. He was just exploring the what ifs because he was told to. And my problem with is this: like the Mike Fishers of the world and whatnot, they got to pay.
He got blocked too. I blocked him too.
Fair, but I mean they got to pay. But I'm saying they got to pay bills, right? They don't work for the mothership, if you will. They have to pay bills. They got to they got to get them likes. They got to get them clicks, right? As I always say, don't fall for the bait. My problem is the actual mothership of Cowboys.com doesn't have to do these things to drive traffic. They don't have to. And they're making their writers do the last 2 big things. Like the last one was Mailbag. It was 2 questions, and both of them were stacked towards kind of negative of Dak. And it's like, come on, man. Like, don't do this. Like, it doesn't have to be done. Get the deal done, shut the hell up, and don't say nothing. Once again, let's go ahead and welcome the fam. J Tuck in the.
Can y'all hear me? We good? We good?
No, you're good. You're good.
Right.
You're good.
Yeah.
Y'all think I be acting up on Twitter? He worse than me.
Man, I look.
Because I get irritated. Man. That's why. You know what? Cowboys fans think they can just jump in and ruin my day. Nah, it doesn't work that way, man.
Bonnie and Clyde over here. Bonnie and Clyde.
Good. Matt,
Jay Tuck be rapid firing. I'll be like, bro.
I empty the whole clip, man. Everybody gets hit, man. Sometimes people get hit for no reason. But they do it to me, man. Like everyone's got something to say. Like, you know what? It's not that easy, man. What's going on, family? So.
Not a whole lot, man. I'll let you jump in real quick because we're just kind of talking about, basically it's out there now that the Cowboys are waiting till the cap is officially set before they start their negotiations with Dak. Does it really matter? Like, is that really a point that really matters, or are they just kind of kicking the can down the road?
Yeah, kicking the can, man. That's exactly what they're doing. Like I just said, on my show a second ago, I feel like they continue to play with Dak, continue to string him along, and if he's, yeah, I do. I feel like if he's franchise tag going to free agency, it's going to be trouble, man. So I would definitely just get the deal done. We played enough games when it comes to Dak Prescott. Just get the deal done so we can move on and focus on big football issues, man. But I feel like the Cowboys, they continue to play this, and eventually we all been there. You play around with people until they get done playing. We all heard it. Like, I'm done playing with you, bro. Like, I'm not playing anymore. And I feel like if they continue to kind of poke, they're going to get there. And you kind of see it. You know, we talked about this offline, how Dak's brother's responding. He's getting irritated. So I think he's kind of the vocal point for Dak, because Dak can't come out and say the things, but Tad is coming out being more vocal. He's addressing things. He's seeing the tweets. He's seeing the comments. So don't think Dak Prescott is it, man. So I feel like it's time for the Cowboys to really just step to the table. We're done playing games. What do you want? $40 million for the 4 years. Just do it, and let's just move on and get back to taking care of these other issues with the Cowboys.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's what it boils down to. Real quick, for those on Facebook, man, jump over to Star Game Podcast on YouTube. Hit that sub, hit that notification bell, give it a like, give it a share, put it on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Get the likes up on Twitter, the likes up on YouTube, so we can get in the mainstream, right, and get some more people, some more eyes on us.
And I'm not emotional, y'all. I just said, I just said in the chat, because they probably saw my channel a second ago. I just don't care about the Super Bowl because I'm a Cowboys fan. It is what it is, man.
I feel you, man.
It's not just a big ordeal. So if I fall asleep before the end of the game, I fall asleep before the end of the game. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
get on to the draft to the season, man.
Right, hey, Jerome, you know I stay with the hats. You never know what I'm gonna. You never know what hat I'm gonna pull out the closet, man. I got them on deck for days. I had to bring this one out today. Yeah, man. You know, it's just, man. It's like you just got here. Me and Mary and Smooth was just talking. It's like, man, God bless. It's like 2020 all over again. We're just talking about the same thing. As much as Cowboys Nation is tired of it, I guarantee them we're tired of it too. Right. You know, I mean, we're tired of it too, man. I had a guy on the Star Game page, and I posted it on Twitter. Actually, I think you retweeted it. That wanted to talk to me about drafting a quarterback and moving on, and he said he couldn't even spell Mac Jones properly, first and foremost.
Right.
Like, bro, if you cannot spell the guy that you want to draft's name properly, man, don't talk to me. I'm like, bro, I said, man, hey, we're done here, my friend. Then he came back with the truth hurts. What truth?
Right.
I'm like, what are you talking about? You spell Mac with a K. Like, bro,
Right.
Mac Jones ain't walking through this building and taking it somewhere.
Right.
Like, that kind of talk is so asinine to me.
And you would think that Cowboys fans would have learned their lesson this past season. You can't just plug in any old quarterback and everything's just, up and up. Like we just went through it. So y'all think that Mac Jones is going to be a better quarterback than Andy Dalton? Like,
it's just.
Go ahead, Spoon. Come on, Spoon. Pick your head up.
You know what it is? It's like, I've been going to the draft since '98, and it's the draft is a hype thing. And it's like the minute somebody talks good about.
Hold on, let me stop you though. But that don't even have nothing to do with the Dak watch. It's back to Cowboys Nation. Their favorite jersey is cap space, and you're just throwing anything at the wall that isn't Dak because it'll be cheaper and save us.
No, but that's the problem. What a lot of folks do is they go to YouTube, and it's like the cap money is their money. That's not your money.
Right.
You got to spend money to go places. You know, on Twitter, I came and asked a question, and for anybody who followed me, thank you for even answering that. And to me, I took it like, wow, it's some long-time Cowboy fans here. I was 16 years old the last time the Cowboys won a championship in '96. 16 years old. I am 40, going on 41 in a couple of months. It's a long-ass time.
Right.
Long time. So when you see that, and you got fans that are still here, there's a reason why the young fans, for some reason, think that we're crazy. You haven't seen the stuff that we went through when Jerry Jones was going out there spending money, taking a chance on players. We're just standing like in a corner, like just.
I mean, let's not forget that they got lucky with Dak.
Oh yes,
hey,
lucky.
Here's look. In Cowboys Nation, this is exactly what I sent these three people here on Tuesday at 3:56. My voice memo is what I sent. This.
And I'm so tired of every time a player is mentioned about the Cowboys may be acquiring or doing this. Well, there's always somebody. What's they gonna do to the cap? Man, fuck that cap.
For real. Hey, I'm dead ass. Bro,
here's the
I'm
funniest.
tired of losing.
Right. Here's the funniest thing. Here's the funniest thing with that.
And get busy.
So all kind of draft season, right? They've like Tuck, Nick, Spoon. You guys don't care about the defense. You got to address the defense. So here's what I do. I say let's trade the top 10 pick, right, for Quentin Williams to the Jets.
Let's go.
Nobody.
And what's the next thing out of those people's mouth? But you got to pay him. But we got to pay him. No. We can't get a Quentin Williams. You got to pay him. So what's the answer? Y'all really think there's going to be 8 magical draft picks that we can plug in to fix this defense for cheap? Like, no, we find you a solution to fix the defense, and the first thing that pops into your mind is, oh no, because he's going to be asking for money soon. We can't afford to pay Quentin Williams. Y'all turn right into capologists. So what do y'all want? It's a bunch of bickering with no solutions, man, and that's why I treat y'all the way I do sometimes on Twitter.
So. I mean, I'm just like, bro, I'm so tired of this. Oh, look, like the new hot button, right? That I've seen the Cowboys Nation moving around. Well, the Saints are cash strapped. Okay, well, let's take, if you're going to take a quarterback at 10, right? Let's go trade it for Marshawn Lattimore, proven guy in the league, should do well in the system. He's on the last year of his deal. You got to pay him. Oh, wait, stop.
No. We got to pay him.
So they don't want to sign Dak. They don't want to sign defensive guys to help the team, even if we don't have Dak. So they don't want to spend the money anywhere, basically.
Right. Because we've had Dak on a rookie contract and did nothing.
And Stephen Jones has these people like brainwashed, bro.
Stephen Jones burner account.
I'm going to show something here. November 4th, 2020. I got it right here, proof. Right here, y'all. Miss Mariella, November 4th, 2020, was the first one to post about Kyle Pitts. I took a picture of his whole comments. I'm going to tell you this right now. The minute, now, going along, BJ, Tuck, the Kyle Pitts. I even came on the trend. Maddie first posted November 4th, 2020. Mind you, we were still in the season. My comment there was, I would take him. He's a top 5 player. The comments, they were pouring down.
Right.
Now that we provide proof, this came out of waterfootball.com. Right here. That's all I've been doing is proof. The whole big board, not position, big board. Trevor Lawrence ranked number 1. Kyle Pitts right here, ranked number 2 overall. What does it say? Traditional tight end reminds him of Tony Gonzalez and Kelsey, maybe even better. So when we provide the facts to y'all on why, no, the position is tight end. No, we was a player. Okay, when I asked somebody, I'm not gonna call out his name. Give me a defensive player that will change his defense. Tyler Shy. Now, Tyler, I like him. Tuck likes him, and he loves him. BJ loves him. Manny loves him. He's projected to go to 3rd round.
Right.
Give me another one again. Well, Michael Parsons. BJ came out and said, well, Michael Parsons is slipping and falling for activity, not to put it on the air, activity that a lot of teams may not warrant. So, damn it. Stop trying to fight the issue that Kyle Pitts may be the best player available. Because here's a question. Did we want CeeDee Lamb? Did we need CeeDee Lamb? No, we didn't. Right. But he was the best player available at the time. BPA was better over needs. So if you're going to say offensive line, that's fine because you got 2 studs right there. But you can't get mad we saying tight end. No, but Dante Schultz is solid. Mary came on live and said, I hate his shows, but I give him his prop. He had a solid year.
Right.
He is nothing.
Like Kyle Pitts.
Like Kyle Pitts.
Right.
It's like people are hard-headed sometimes. And what gets me is that, listen, we don't got to be on the same page, but give me something better for my argument, not nonsense.
Right.
Full stop. I just had somebody tag me in the Stargame group. This just got posted a minute ago. Somebody in the group just posted it. Number 10, the Cowboys take Trey Lance. But we can't take Pitts, but we're taking Trey Lance. My God. I just
right.
It's like what did Dak Prescott sleep with anybody's girlfriend in high school?
Right.
Or what is there hate about Dak Prescott so much?
There's a lot of factors that plays into that, man. And I don't know what it really is. I think it's the Romo thing, to be honest with y'all, man. But what you guys are saying when we say we can't take Pitts is saying, oh man, we can't take CeeDee Lamb. We got Tavon Austin still. He's solid. He's solid. Like solid.
Let me run this exercise with y'all. Right? Let me run this exercise with y'all. All right. So we're talking about tiers of quarterbacks in the league. Okay, we're going to talk about tiers of quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes, number one. Yes, anybody disagree with that?
No.
Okay. Number two, Aaron Rodgers, MVP of the league. Does anybody disagree with that?
No.
No.
Number three, Russell Wilson. Anybody disagree with that?
No.
Three? Are you good with three, Tuck, with Wilson?
We could quibble over Rodgers and Wilson, or maybe.
Okay, yeah, but I'm saying, but those are the three.
But you know, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
those are the
they're
three.
in there, yeah.
Mahomes and then Wilson, Rodgers, however you like them. Those are the three, right?
Yeah.
Right.
After that, tell me who's better than Dak.
Nobody.
Matthew Stafford.
No, not Matthew Stafford. No, not him. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick now is going to be the new thing. Stafford got dealt with. Watch Ryan Fitzpatrick now. We can save money and build around Ryan Fitzpatrick who'll be cheap. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's like they go off with Stafford to somebody else.
Right.
I don't get it. I just don't get it, man. And it's not
like okay. And the Eagles fan chiming in says Josh Allen. Josh Allen after one season,
you know what?
He was sub 60% completion percentage. Now, one season, good season. They got him a guy in Diggs, right? They got him a guy, wide receiver, and he showed up, walked through the door. Great year for him, for sure. Josh Allen, MVP type year, even. But that's 1 year. He's got to do it more than 1 year, right? We got Deshaun. Somebody said Deshaun Watson.
Oh my God! Listen, why did it take 7 freaking
my
weeks?
thing with Deshaun Watson, I think him and Dak are so close. It just, it's just if somebody wants to say Deshaun Watson's better, it's like,
hey, how about this? Let's do it. Hey, Mary, let's do that.
If you swap
let's do it. Let's do it though. Let's put him at 4. Fuck it. Let's do it. Put Watson at 4. So there's your 4. Who else? Who else you put above Dak?
Right.
Reaching, man.
At worst, Dak is 5th.
That's reaching.
Right.
At worst, Dak is 5th.
First of all, why did it take all these quarterbacks, all 31 quarterbacks, to catch up to Dak Prescott's numbers by week 7? He was out for the year. And
got a ring, and I'm not even going to entertain that because he got.
I don't understand it. What are we watching?
That's an Eagles fan. Don't worry about it.
ESPN. Stop.
Yeah.
Here's
the thing, because everyone's been down my back about this whole Stafford thing, right? But nobody brings up garbage time minutes when the Lions have been getting dog walked his entire career.
Yeah.
It only applies to Dak Prescott. Right. So every time you mention Dak Prescott, they move the goalposts not only back, but sideways. Okay, so he's inaccurate. Okay? So he increases his accuracy, right? He can't throw the big deep ball. He starts doing that. Well, he's not winning the big games. He started winning the big games and winning the playoffs. Well, it's Ezekiel Elliott. We started winning despite Ezekiel Elliott. What else do you want the man to do? It feels like people will not be satisfied with Dak Prescott until he's holding up his Lombardi trophy. That's all he can really do for Cowboys fans to sit back and say, okay, Now he's proved himself to me. But we had so many other quarterbacks, the guy before him, that did a whole lot less in a 4-year time span, that it was just the next great thing, the biggest thing. And people really don't understand where we could have been with this franchise if Dak Prescott did not pan out. I think people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Tuck, the football gods was
right.
Gave us a blessing. Roma went down for the umpteenth
the Eagles
time.
fan is just throwing out names now. He's just grasping for straws.
Don't worry about what he's saying. Because notice
every name but Wentz though.
Wait, notice he didn't say Wentz though.
Yeah, he mentioned every name but Wentz though.
Wentz or Hurts. He didn't say either one of them though.
River, he said Rivers too.
Rivers is retired.
How the 2016 draft class looking with quarterbacks?
Right.
How that looking?
So if we were to reshuffle, who would be the number one pick as far as quarterback is concerned?
Even before all this, that was kind of done a year ago, and it said that Dak would have been number one. Right. So neither here nor there in revisionist history, I don't really care about. And the reason I brought this up, and I want to kind of dive into it, so as we're doing this Dak watch, is going to get paid or not. It's to the point of, I'm gonna say 30 years in this game is what I'll give y'all. 30 years of being cognizant and understanding how the game works and doing things and understanding and watching league moves and everything else is what I bring to the table, for better or worse. And I've never, ever, ever in my entire life ever seen a team, a group of fans that has a quarterback that is in the top 10 and doesn't want to pay him, that would rather go draft a Trey Lance
or a Mac Jones
that they can't even spell his name right, and think somehow after 25 years of not getting to a championship game, that makes us better.
After we tried three quarterbacks this past season and failed miserably. We had 3 different quarterbacks.
Ooh,
yeah,
Lord.
3.
I don't get it. You know, and look, and on top of those 3, right? We had those that told us at Cowboys Nation, oh, Dalton's never had these weapons.
Right now.
Hold on now. The Red Rifle's gonna get in there and you get ready.
Right.
Get ready. And yeah, the Red Rifle came and we saw, and he went.
He got his head knocked off and no one even batted an eye.
It's
man.
It's real shame. Listen, I'm not gonna. These names is coming out. He's just naming names. Listen, when you got other teams that they need quarterbacks, Bears fans, Washington football team fans, even Colts fans, they're saying we want Dak. I hope you got signed.
They're like,
right.
You can't afford the franchise tag, but the Colts will sign him. Colts will sign him. No,
bro, and the Colts spent $46 million on the quarterback position last year.
Right.
Miss me whether we can't pay Dak $40 million and competes.
Right. Simple math. What's the difference between $35 million and $40 million? $5 million. We ain't got $5 million to cut somebody to tuck away in the stash. Then we doing bad. Because me and Spoon are the same Madden franchise group. I can find you $5 million on this Dallas Cowboys team to make up the difference.
Exactly.
You want so bad, Tuck? Don't say his name again, number 25 on your team, because when you said his name, I really had to go take a shot and cheat, and I don't want to do that ever again. Hey. That's up. You know what, Tuck? Tell Mary and BJ the prediction you have about number 25 being signed before Dak. Tell him that.
Yeah, I think he will be signed before Dak Prescott,
and that scared me. That's really scary.
Tuck like to play games, and sometimes I just have to put the phone down and walk away.
So you guys
get him, Mary.
So you guys think that
get him, Mary.
So you guys think that a guy that the Dallas Cowboys drafted has been a starter since he's been here, who will be cheap and can add depth in the secondary, that the Dallas Cowboys won't be intrigued by bringing him back for maybe 1 to 2 years for the low?
I mean, low key, that name should be Cheeto, but you're right. It's probably going to be Woods, because the coverage more Barrett safety than it is a cornerback. If we're just talking about literal numbers and what's on there. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but here's the thing is I'll pivot it off of Woods. I think there'll be multiple guys that are going to be signed before that because of the tag. And they're like, oh, well, deadline gets deals done and blah, blah, blah. And all this other BS, I mean, it's just one of those things, right? And it's aggravating. It's
I'm speaking from the future, man. And
and
when we don't sign any free agents this year, we will say on the radio show we couldn't do it because signing Dak Prescott is our number one priority.
I said this shit back in December.
Yeah,
if y'all been listening to the show, I said this shit back in December.
It's already in motion.
The fan
base. Go ahead, Mary. Go ahead, Mary.
Y'all just let me
go.
Dream.
Go.
Let me dream, please.
Go, Mary.
I just want to dream a little bit that there's going to be some activity in free agency that gets us a starting caliber DT and a starting caliber safety. Can I dream?
Nope.
Dream.
No,
we've been dreaming for 25 years.
No,
just I mean, what? It's Thursday, a Super Bowl week. We still ain't got that mega news that Jerry Jones. Everyone thought Jerry Jones was going to drop this bomb Super Bowl week. Nothing.
Steven said no. Yeah. Steven said hell no.
Yeah. I mean, I seen Jalen Smith's interviews. I seen some other players doing interviews. I ain't seen no Dak Prescott news, man.
When you posted that screenshot of Jalen,
I watched the interview. I had to see it for myself. And they said, man, number 2 in the NFL in tackles. What has been the key to your success? I said, oh, here we go.
Hey, Tuck, how about this part? As as an elite athlete that I am, I'm like, wow. Is that elite that you? I say I can't, man. Listen. I praise the road that he had to go through just to get where he's at. But damn, have accountability. Have some. I know you at film. Look at yourself like I missed that tackle, bad design, X, Y, and Z. You don't do none of that.
He said no one holds himself to a higher standard than himself.
It's lying. It's
Lord.
Like that, and that's the problem. That's the problem right there. So yeah, I had to see what he actually said. And yeah, he played right into it. It's Super Bowl week. Cowboys players like coming out doing all the interviews in Super Bowl weeks and shining and smiling with the glasses on and whatnot. But they feed into it. I mean, I think that goes back to the whole conversation about brand versus football. And you're starting to see a lot of the older players address that. Like, it's just
and actually, shout out to Patrick Walker, No C, and he has a running tab of former players with check marks about coming out and coaches about coming out and saying pay Dak, from Troy Aikman to Roger Staubach to Emmitt Smith, I think it was DeMarcus Ware. Jimmy Johnson's on there now, and I threw this in a particular group that we're all in, and I said maybe it won't be Cowboys Nation that gets him signed, but these former players putting the heat and coming out consistently and saying these things, maybe that's what it'll take for Steven to go out here and pay him. And I think we need to be clear on this. Jerry is just a mouthpiece now, guys.
Right.
Let's be honest. Look, Jerry is definitely taking his lion's share of good and his lion's share of bad. Let's be clear. Since 2013, this is really Steven's show, not Jerry. Sure, Jerry's going to talk and, whatever. And, he was the very last guy to have to sign off on Dez getting cut, whatnot. But at the end of the day, this is Steven's show. Like, stop saying Jerry needs to go do this and do that. He's not. He's giving it to his son. Understand this cheapness and everything that's going on and how we operate now. This is all about Steven. Like, stop putting this on Jerry. Like, quit. It's not. Yeah. Jerry go ahead and spend some money.
Because we know Jerry will shop at Gucci. Steven will shop at Marshalls, man.
Jerry.
No. Hold on. You said it, Tuck. That fake Gucci belt in the club looks the same. That's what Steven does.
It does.
Like, I ain't gotta pay for it. Yeah, I'll just get that fake one. It looks good. It looks good. Yeah. I'm not gonna go sign Dion. I'll sign Clinton Dix. Right. Looks the same in the club.
Looks the same, man. Tuck your shirt over a little bit, man. Just post up in the club, and it's not a Gucci belt. Just don't get too close to it.
And that's the problem. And that's the problem, Tuck. We the older fans like myself, we was there with Jerry. He was aggressive, and you got to be like that to win this league, and he has won.
Right
with Stephen Jones, the younger generation who wasn't there part of the Jerry era as much. They didn't see what we saw. This is why we so bad and adamant about the whole situation. No, we got to save cap space. Save what?
Right.
Look at Tennessee. Look at KC and look at Buccaneers.
Right.
Look at that. You think they just settle because we have enough? No.
Right.
They want more. You got to want more to keep winning. And they don't understand that. Some really don't understand that. Listen, you got a Simmons out there. Barry said earlier, DT, and you need a safety for this defense, right?
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Big fact.
Guarantee you. Now, I like Malik Hooker. I like him. But guess what? Injury prone off the walls. You got to pray.
It's bullshit. No, Spoon, it's bullshit. I was trying to be nice, DJ. No. I'm not here to be nice. I'm not here to be nice tonight.
Why?
I'm just not. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit signing.
But is it a bullshit signing if you compare Hooker with Xavier Woods? Now you have your depth at the same.
You better stop.
It's a bullshit signing.
Xavier Woods is pissing me off already.
I'm telling you though, but we got to start thinking as they think, and that's exactly Stephen Jones' idea.
Let me tell you. Hold on. Here's the thing. Here's what I had a conversation with myself. Going through COVID, looking and reading, going through things and talking to myself and me and Nick. So I'm just talking. And you know what? And here's where I'm at. I've approached this thing that we do from the Cowboys standpoint and give their ideas and whatever, no matter what they like or whatever the case may be. And I still want to deliver that. On the same token, I'm tired of delivering that speech. I'm going to tell you why I'm tired. I'm tired of 26 fucking years. I'm going to cuss a little bit tonight. I'm sorry. It is what it is because I'm frustrated because this is bullshit is where we're at. At the end of the day, let's keep it a buck. Like, push your chips in. Go do it. Malik Hooker, man, fuck out of here. Bro, he's not fixing the problem.
Right.
Yep.
Him and Woods aren't fixing the problem.
Nope.
Hey, Marcus May, Justin Simmons, maybe Anthony Harris. Hey, how about Marcus Williams from the same 24-year? That fixes the problem.
Right.
Stop with the bullshit and go fix the problem. We're tired. Look, man. Hey, man, it's time. Hey, Tuck. Hey, you know, we saw this Reddit thing do this. We saw this Reddit thing, you know, move some numbers out here on Wall Street. Man, it's about time for Cowboys. They should start moving some numbers.
Tell me to push the
Jerry
button.
and them, man. It's time to do something different because, man, hopes, wishes, and dreams, man, I'm done with.
And like I was saying,
I'm over it.
But the Cowboys don't have to worry about that because I felt like if the Cowboys Nation was to band together and say, you know what, if you guys don't sign Dak Prescott, we're going to dump our season tickets. We're not going to take it. Jerry would fix that ASAP, but he doesn't have to worry about that because he knows we're not going anywhere. We're not. Whether he signs Dak or he not, people say on Twitter, I'm loyal to the star. I'm team over player. Okay, that's perfectly fine, but understand that's the same way the Cowboys view it. You're not going to go anywhere. So whether he moves on from Dak Prescott and gives you a damn Mac Jones, he's going to sell you the story of Mac Jones being the future quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to sit there on Sunday night with egg on our face. We're going to take it while we watch all these other teams pass us on by. You know?
Oh, it's a man. Listen, I'm just glad I'm not going to the draft. We're not going to the draft. I can't.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Look, hey, look. Let's pivot away. Forget all of us being fans.
Right.
Forget us all being fans. Everybody here in the comment section, and everything else. Forget us. You know, hey, we've been through the trenches. We've done everything. Me, Spoon, and Mary been out this thing for damn near 3 years now. Look, Mary, Spoon, I'm gonna look at y'all directly. Are y'all talking about this same ass shit? Because I know I am.
Oh yeah.
We memorized it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The same thing over and over and over and over.
The playbook is easy for Steven. We already know.
No.
Here's the crazy part about this. Man, J Tuck, Mary, Spoonie, me, man, we will tell you what they're going to do before they do it. We are locked in that way. We don't need an insider. We're in the Matrix. We're Neo in the Matrix out here. We already know. Then it happens, and we come back here looking at y'all like this.
Right.
Hey, didn't we tell y'all? And then, man, it's just so. And then you got these other fans with this other bull.
Because they try to see outside of the reality that we live in, man. Like even let's go to the Kellen Moore situation. Am I a Kellen Moore? Do I want Kellen Moore to be the head coach of Dallas Cowboys? Absolutely not. But it's already set in motion. It's already there, y'all. Like it's going to happen. If Mike McCarthy slides, it's so easy now from Jerry to transition to Kellen Moore, an in-house Dallas Cowboy guy. He has Dan Quinn with head coaching experience, so he can help lead Kellen Moore along. It's already in motion. A lot of these things, we see it before it happens. Like the only thing I can say that really happened that was like, oh, caught me by surprise was moving on from Mike Nolan, because that really didn't catch me caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
And then also actually drafting CeeDee Lamb. That's why we were so surprised, because it was so outside the norm of the Dallas Cowboys. But everything else is already in motion. I already hear the press conference
and franchise and Dak. And we said as soon as he was fired, hey, all of us like, hey, we would love Marvin Lewis, and all of our number twos was Dan Quinn.
Right. We already knew
who got hired.
Right. It's
no
so
rumor, no nothing.
Right.
We told y'all.
It's so predictable.
I was on Twitter and I seen the Cowboys fans arguing with Eagles fans about them being over the cap 61 mil. I said, but you know what? They did it to win a championship. Right. Sometimes you got to go out there and do what you got to do.
Who's over what? I'm sorry, who?
Oh, the Eagles. So over the cap.
Oh, Eagles.
But I said because they came out there and spent money. Alshon Jeffrey spent money on him. They came out there and traded for Jay Ajayi during the trade deadline. Hey, listen, it's just like what Tuck had told me on Twitter when I was beefing about my PS5. If you want it, you go get it. You don't you wait. No, I gotta. This guy here can pan out for us and be cheap. But Stephen Jones 4 years ago, came out and said, I want to operate like the Cowboys, like the Patriots do. We're not the Patriots.
Right.
We're not them.
Right. We're not.
We're not near them.
Right.
We don't have the coach, the leadership like them to make it work. We need to get players. And it's terrible. Listen, we need a free safety and a one technique fatty.
And they're there. And they're right there.
I guarantee when we went on March 17th, week 1, free agency time, where everybody's going, oh, David Tomlinson, oh my God, Justin Simmons. I'm gonna be like this.
Yep.
Wait till week 3. We're not our time.
Whoa. Hold on. We gotta wait a minute. Not never? Come on. My man,
I got receipts, bro. I'm just saying,
Tuck does owe me some wings for the Super Bowl off of a bet. But
I got receipts.
I wouldn't say ever once, right? Come on now.
Go check the channel. Cowboys fans only. CeeDee Lamb, who told you about that. Bills. Mike McCarthy, who told you about that. Dak Prescott, go ahead and check Good Morning Football, retweeted me, who told y'all about that in 2016. Like, I'm pretty much been on par because I've seen it before. What was her name? Sunshine Anderson. Heard it all. I see it happen before it even comes. I hear the Jerry Jones press conference before it even happens. We had to take care of Dak. That's our number one priority, which caused us kind of miss on a few guys that we were very high on, because then Cowboys fans can sit back and say, well, this is Dak's fault. We didn't draft the defense. We didn't take defense. We didn't address the defense in free agency because we had to take Dak because Dak's being greedy. And it really puts this out on you guys to really buy into it. He's a salesman.
And you know what? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Wait. And the thing about that is, what other organization tries to turn its fan base versus the players that they pay? Whether it's D-Law, whether it's Zeke, right now we're on to Dak. Like, they literally do the most to turn their fan base against their guys that they pay.
No Chiefs fan was like, I can't believe Chris Jones is asking for that type of money. Oh my God, how selfish. Pat Mahomes wants $50 million? Oh, no. What about the cap? Nobody cares.
And Tuck, here's the kicker. During that time, it was me, BJ, and Mary. We had the live show, and it came on. We talked about Christian Jones being one of the fatties, right? When Mary was like, I'll be one of the fatty here. Oh, breaking news, he got signed. We're like, wait a minute. They only have $1 million on cap space by Spot Track. Guess what? You can manipulate the cap if you want.
Then after that, Travis Kelce got signed.
Right. Everybody's signed.
But yet fans are still like, oh, what about the cap? Rams have been doing it the same way for years. They just signed Cooper Kupp.
Right.
And then
got Jalen Ramsey and went and paid him. Like, if you want it, you can go get it.
And look, and as far as this whole salary cap's a problem, right? Let's keep it a buck. The Saints are just now kind of in salary cap hell now. How long has their damn window been open to adding players, drafting, and doing whatever? Damn near, 7-8 years.
Yeah.
They just now hit salary cap hell after a 7-year run.
Because of COVID. Like, if it had gone up the way it was supposed to, it wouldn't be anywhere near like where they are now.
Hey, wait. Let me give you another one, guys. Wait a minute now, right? Because let's go to Green Bay, right? Because the tag team champs over here that was talking about that guy A-Rod, he's been hella paid, right?
Right.
Hella paid. Did they just not go out in free agency last year and go get like all these different guys on defense, spend hella money, do all these things?
Right.
Now, are they in salary cap hell? No.
Exactly.
Again, back to Mary's point down here. In the last 10 months, we're talking about the Rams, who went to the playoffs, won a playoff game, and then lost a playoff game. Last 10 months, they paid a running back, big money, traded him. All right. They traded a first-round pick for a wide receiver, Cooks, paid him, traded him.
Right.
They traded 2 first-round picks for a cornerback and paid him, Jalen Ramsey.
Right.
Then they paid the quarterback, and 1 year later traded him.
Right.
Like this. Are they in salary cap hell? No.
Right.
Again, the salary cap is bullshit. Like
Right.
you can do things. There's literally 4 to 5 moves the Cowboys right now can trigger. Not
Right.
really get rid of anybody, just trigger and get over 80 million in cap space and go
Right.
all in if they want to. And the window's about 4 years, and then
And
they can
not
figure
even
it out.
hurt the future cap significantly either.
Oh,
by
come
doing
on, Mary. Talk to him. Talk to him, Mary. Tell him again. Say it again for the people in the back. Mary.
it. Won't even hurt the future cap. So if
Right.
you love the cap, then you should still be happy.
Right.
I put the mic closer.
Oh, it won't hurt the future cap, guys.
And that's the
There
thing.
you
Y'all
go.
sit and play virtual GM all day on the internet with these mock drafts and virtual trades. Don't y'all know how to work the cap, man? Like it can easily be done. Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. Why is it only our fan base? Because I don't see this happening with any other fan base. I don't even see Eagles fans. And shout out to all my Eagles guys who watch my channel and I support them as well. They don't care about the cap. That's the last thing is their concern right now. Oh my God. How are we going to bring back Miles Sanders if we got no one cares but Cowboys fans? And like I said, y'all become a bunch of Stephen Jones burner accounts. That's all you guys is.
Mary, help Tyler out. He says he's in the back. He can't hear you.
It
Help him
won't
one more
hurt the
time.
future cap.
Boom. There it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like how about this one? Let me pivot it and let me put it in a different realm. We've worried about the cap for 25 years.
Right.
Are y'all worried about the cap or getting a damn ring and getting number 6?
Right.
I don't give a shit about the cap no more.
Right.
I don't care about the cap.
If we go all in and win the Super Bowl next year, I don't give a damn if we cut every other player on the roster. I'm done with y'all. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. I mean, look down the street. What happened in Dallas, right? The Mavericks won an NBA championship and said, you know what? We're not re-signing all this. Blow it all up. I'm perfectly fine with that. Get rid of all Tyson Chandler. I'm not re-signing you. Your bot. No, they could have came back and tried to bring back everybody for a deal and repeat. No, you got the ring. You had the parade. I'm perfectly fine. We'll sit and kind of float in mediocrity again a little bit until we get to Luka. Now we're back.
I remember the year when Paul went in '96 after we won the Super Bowl, and the following year when Dion got hurt against the Carolina Panthers in the playoffs, then Michael Irving with the Eagles situation, and it was falling out. Then Emmett got released and went to the Cardinals. Those were the years when Paul took over. He wanted to build through the draft and everything, and there were some mistakes that he almost made during the draft. And I remember Jerry Jones was supposed to be quiet. He was quiet that 1 year. When T.O. became available, he said, fuck you. I am not missing out on my language for all the females. Terrell Owens is here. I am not missing out on T.O.
Right.
You're going to get this.
Right.
And what happened? Parcells bought in because that Panthers game when Romo first started, what happened? Man, we was killing it.
Right.
And we became that team to talk about again.
Right.
Jerry was empty. That's what we need from Stephen Jones. Not there to save money. What are we saving money for? Are you going to give out to the fans? Is that what it is?
He wants to roll over the cap. He wants to roll it over, guys. He wants to roll it over.
Hold up. Hey, Tyler. And Dirk wasn't Dirk until he got that run because Dirk couldn't get it done at the playoffs. Remember? Let's not do revisionist history here.
Right.
Let's not do that because we had a whole run of Dex being of the Mavericks being number 1 seeds and losing in the first round and this, that, and the third.
2006,
right.
too.
So Dirk wasn't Dirk until he showed up and did what he did against the Heat the second time around and got that dub.
You think Mark Cuban's going to care about the cap when it comes to signing Luka?
I don't know. He already said
He's
going to do what he got to do.
He actually he needs to hurry up and do it now, actually.
we going from America's team to America's laughing team. And that's what it is. It's sad. We supposed to be when anybody's available, it's supposed to be the Cowboys right there. Bam, watch them. No, don't. Week 1 of free agency when Simmons is out there, Tomlinson, all the big name guys, just fall back. Don't say, "Oh, we're gonna sign him." We're not. If we sign him, help me.
Right. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked.
I'll be very shocked.
Yeah, I'll be shocked. Because think about it. This is how bad it's been. We were jumping on the table celebrating Everson Griffin last year. Oh my God, bro, Everson Griffin. Yeah, I found me something like he's at Marshall's. You know, like
exactly.
But there was a reason why he was floating in free agency for so long, and it's just like one of those things. The Cowboys. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what changed. Like I said, back in the day. Earl Thomas says, "Jerry, come get me." Jerry comes and gets you. Like
that's the change. That's the change. That's why I keep telling people, stop screaming for Jerry. It's not Jerry no more.
I need Jerry back.
Steven.
I need Jerry back.
Steven. Here's why I told y'all. Hold on. Here's why I told y'all a few weeks ago. I said I need that Jerry Jones in a mink coat on the sideline swagger for free agency,
right?
And then I need that Jerry Jones on the yacht for the draft. But this isn't about Jerry. This is Steven. Everybody wondering what's going on. Guess what, guys? Here's the problem. Because Jerry's still the mouthpiece, he still talks or whatever. So he kind of like Steven doesn't get the full brunt. It kind of gets pushed over to Jerry because we push it to Jerry.
Right.
This since 2013. Mind you, the last big free agent we signed was when? 2012. 2012, Brandon Carr. 2012, Brandon Carr. And that was the flip to Steven at that point in 2013. Take 2013 till now. That's all Steven. Let him own it. Let him know. Stop tagging Jerry. Stop talking about Jerry. It isn't about Jerry. This is Steven's show. It's what it boils down to. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's Steven Jones. I'm sorry. I mean, I hate it. I don't like it. I wish he would do more. But at the end of the day, this literally is all about Steven Jones and how he operates and what he does. And unfortunately, a lot of guys in this game, guys and gals, relate to this. I want to still talk about Jerry because Jerry Jones is almost a mythical character now, right? He's got the gold jacket. We know the history. Whatever the case may be with him, so on and so forth. So as long as he's there, he's the over-prevailing shadow, if you will. But he's not the day-to-day no more. It's Steven. Mm-hmm. And this thing has been Steven since 2013. Hence why you haven't spent no money in free agency or had dead money against the cap. I mean, Romo's last season, there was $20 million available on the cap. They didn't go bring nobody in here.
Right.
You don't think that could have helped?
Yeah. So everyone keeps saying that we bring in a young quarterback on a rookie deal, we can address the defense. We had a quarterback on a rookie deal. We did nothing.
We rolled money over. We rolled money over to have for the next year to not do anything with.
Right.
Like
he believes that when you draft like comp picks and you drafting guys that everybody's gonna pan out. It's not the case. Listen again. No disrespect to Xavier Woods. 4 years, we had different schemes. He don't tackle. And then even with the comment that he made last year, what did Steven say? Well, we have good guys. They just not getting together. You're lying. No, you're not. You don't have good guys because you yourself was researching Jamal Adams, Minka Fitzpatrick. You was researching. You know you have to get better there. Be aggressive. Be aggressive and get these guys in here to help us win. I don't understand it.
Right. Think about it. Lunatic just mentioned him, Byron Jones. We didn't even sniff at re-signing Byron Jones.
Yeah,
he said we're going to re-sign Quinn. Right. That's why we're not bringing back Jones. And we didn't sign either one.
Right.
We didn't get either one.
Right.
Penny pinching, man. Listen, penny pinching. Look, back in the days, Earl Thomas would have been picked the minute what happened with the situation. He would have been picked up an hour later.
Yeah,
I remember Deion Sanders. Never forget September. In September, forgot the date. Jerry Jones went to Deion's hotel and told Deion, "You're gonna be a Cowboy.
Right.
We're gonna make this work. You're gonna make me." That's what we need. Somebody to tell this player, "I want you here." No, that's too much money. No, nah. Why? Right. Sign the guys. We should in this right now. You got a new coach, defensive coordinator. You got Mike McCarthy here. His thing in Green Bay was that he wasn't getting the type of moves that he thought he would get. Okay, show him. And Dallas line is different.
Right.
Go the same way you was aggressive and getting Amari Cooper when you find out, you know what, the wide receiver committee is not working with Dak Prescott. Get somebody here. You could do the same thing and be aggressive. You gave a first round pick.
Wait.
Wow.
Hold on, Spoon. Hold on, Spoon. This is no. Let Spoon have this. No.
I'll let them have
Wait. Let Spoon. He says, Tuck, can you give me an elevator pitch on why y'all hate Xavier Woods so much?
You about to go to the 100th floor.
Oh Lord, it's not going to be an elevator.
You about to go to the rooftop. Go ahead, Spoon.
Oh wait, hold on, Spoon. Wait, Spoon. Let me get Spoon on that solo. Wait a minute. Hold on, let me get Spoon that solo. Wait a minute. Hold on, there you go, Spoon. Go ahead. Get that solo.
I don't know.
Adjust your camera. Adjust your camera real quick so they can see your face. Because I'm gonna leave that comment. There you go.
I don't know if this is a troll question. I really don't. I hope it's not. I hope it is. Excuse me. What have we been watching that not to hate Woods?
Well, let me set this up though, because he's a Chiefs fan though. So that's he doesn't.
Okay. All right.
He's not
Set it up, Tuck.
Oh, you're a Chief. Well, here's the thing.
Set it up, Tuck.
The Chiefs got Matthews, right? Gold. We got crap. We got a guy who can't tackle in any scheme that we play. Any fucking scheme we play, he don't tackle. We have a guy that came out and said publicly last year, we don't run, we don't give it 100% effort every down. So why do we hate Woods? They should tell you, when we was all playing football as youngins, we was taught how to tackle. He don't fucking tackle at all. He don't tackle. We have a guy in Donovan Wilson that for a year, me, DJ married, I know Chuck, I know every Cowboy fan. Why is he not playing? The minute he came in, he made fucking 10 games. He had made an impact at that safety position since Roy Williams. What has Xavier Woods done well for the Cowboys? What? He trained with Jamal Adams one offseason. We posted pictures. Did you not learn from the fucking man? What have you done with that?
Oh, right.
He's a waste of space. The very guy that we all didn't like. What's his name? Pardon me. The white safety. Jeff Heath.
Yeah.
Guess what? I apologize. I love him. I would have paid him the money. At least he plays. Number 25. Let me tell you something.
Stop. We have ran over an hour. I still wait. Stop.
I'm gonna go nuts.
Hold on, Spoon.
I'm gonna tell my wife right now.
Hold on, Spoon.
Don't buy me a Woods jersey. Take it back. I don't want it.
Hold on, Spoon.
All right.
We got. I got to get to the look. We've hit 60 minutes. I got to get to the mailbag. I got to get to the mail. I got to get to the mailbag.
Woo sauce, Spoon. Woo sauce. It's gonna be all right.
I got to get to the mailbag. Okay.
Ooh, that episode when he gets re-signed, though, it's gonna be so fun that night.
Oh yeah, you already know. I got this from my guy. Moody25 says, "What will it take this offseason for the Cowboys to get over the hump and get to a championship game?" Who wants to take that first?
I'll say that you have to make some aggressive moves in free agency.
Okay.
Because we know we have some glaring holes on defense, historically bad last season. Couldn't stop the run, couldn't stop the pass. Just, giving it up like a hooker on Harry Hines.
Harry Hines, for those that know what Harry Hines is,
it's in Dallas.
Google that in Dallas. and just Google Harry Hines, and it'll let you know.
So we got to be able to stop something. I mean, we got to be good at something. We need to get more turnovers. So, address, one tech in free agency and draft a guy. Address safety in free agency and draft a guy. I mean, we need to fill some of these holes, not just with the draft. Definitely.
Yeah, and you can definitely get you a fake Gucci bill on Harry Hines as well. But with that being said,
might have y'all want to shoot me one, man.
Yeah. With that being said, though, what does the Cowboys have to do this offseason from a guy Mooney to get to the championship game. Look, and I respect him. He didn't say Super Bowl, just championship game. That's where we're at. What do we need to do this offseason? What does it take, Tuck?
Well, number one is signing Dak Prescott long term. I feel like that's going to change everything and stimulate the morality when it comes to this team. But I just need more football focus when it comes to this organization. I need for Mike McCarthy to really live and breathe. Everything that we do is about winning. I need to see that. And so taking care of things in free agency, not wait until day 3 or day 4, bringing in one of those guys that Mary, or actually 2 of those guys that Mary mentioned earlier. And also I want to see another focus from the Cowboys players, man. They're too out and about, man. Like I want to see football focus like you. I want to see Cowboys players as pissed off as we are. And I just don't see that. I don't see no passion for winning. I feel like it's more about the branding. But I want to see someone who's really just has an attitude. They're pissed off at how things went last year, and they're locked in. I want to see that. And also just want to see continuity amongst the coaches, the organization, amongst the players. But I feel like for anything to really change, y'all, it has to be the organization as a whole. The culture has to shift. For some reason, there hasn't been a coach or any player that can change the culture. And I feel like in order for us to get to that level of consistency, where it's just not one boom year and then we're just back to normality, I need to see consistency change with the culture, man. And it has to be more football focused and oriented, but primarily sign Dak Prescott, man.
Yeah. And moving the chains, chiming in with Mary. Hooker on Harry Hines. I'm dead. Spony, the one thing or whatever you think that could get us over the hump to get to an NFC Championship game next year from my guy Mooney.
Number one is like Tuck said, Mary said sign Dak. Number 2, address, be aggressive and address the needs that you need to make this team better. And free agents, like Mary said, Tomlinson, or Simmons or Marcus Williams. There's a lot of guys out there that can definitely help this team out. But the one thing that Tuck says, you got to change as an organization. For Jerry Jones, we need some Jerry Jones blood in Stephen Jones. I don't. You got to take a blood test to find out that's his son, because you should be active. You're not active. You're penny pinching, and we know there's money there. I mean, it's cap space. There's a lot. You can do a lot of different things. Jerry did it for years, and like you said, if we win a championship and then we're over the cap, we understand. That's the name of the game. But stop selling us the same dumb crap all the time. Stop relying on a 5th-round draft pick to come out here. Oh, no, this guy here is something, and sell us the same crap. Brandon Carr was in week 2 while Earl Thomas was out there. What happened? He released the 3rd week of the season. Right. Where is the special corner and can play safety? Where was that at? And he didn't even take a snap. Right. So it's like that we're tired. We're not dumb.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, I think it starts and ends when it comes to Dak Prescott. You get your guy in here. Look, we can argue about what you think, wherever you think that he lays or where he lies. The point is he's a top 10 quarterback, period. You want to put him at 10, fine. You want to put him at 4, fine. Right. He's somewhere between 4 and 10 as far as I'm concerned, depending on whatever cookie you like. You got to get your guy paid and send that throughout the throughout the roster, that he's our guy. He's going to be here long term. And I think that transcends and helps you on the backside when you get to free agency. I think overall, outside of just the idea of getting Dak in here, this draft won't help this defense enough. There's not that guy. There's not that quote unquote war daddy, if you will, to go get in the top 10. Right. So no matter how we work this draft and add defensive players, which we can do, but you're going to have to get a little busy in free agency. I look at Dan Quinn. I look at him, and he is a defensive line coach. That's where he came from. Mm-hmm. If we're going to go into free agency and spend some money and do something, for me, first and foremost, let's just figure out to stop the run, guys. Right. That's where I'm at. Sign Dak, stop the run, because we haven't been able to stop the run for years, 3+ years, right? Go all the way back to what are we talking about? The Rams. What year? What years against the Rams in the playoffs? Was that 2017? 2018. Yeah. Right. Butterball Anderson ran for 200 yards and hasn't played another down. Remember this. Ran for 200 yards in the playoffs and hasn't played another down in the league since. Right. Nobody signed him. Right. He broke off 200 yards in the playoffs on us, and everybody else said, we're good.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah,
So,
it
you know,
happens.
for me, sign Dak, fix the front seven as far as run defense goes. We'll figure out the back end. That's where I want to get to. The next question. My guy Ian comes in and says, oh, wait. Oh, pull it up. Boom. Is it out of the question to add 2 linebackers to this draft? I'm worried about the depth. So,
Not out of the
Mary,
question. No, not at
do
all.
you think we should double dip at linebacker this draft, or should we free agent in linebacker? Maybe. I'll kind of pivot that a little bit.
I mean, I would rather, you know, a proven guy. I think we definitely need a middle linebacker. And you know, Jalen needs to be moved back and not play middle linebacker anymore. LVE can't stay healthy. Sean Lee's probably not coming back, even if he does. We need guys that are going to be here for the future. And so, oh yeah, I do need to do that. Thanks for reminding me, Stuart. But yeah, no. I mean, even still, I would double dip. Honestly,
We hear a lot, and here's the thing, right? We hear a lot of double dip in the cornerback spot or whatever the case may be, and a lot of people don't talk about this linebacker because I mean, as we said, I mean, sure, there's Luke Gifford. We didn't see him last year. Francis Bernard, okay. Then you have Sean Lee. Is he coming back? I mean, maybe we don't know.
Yeah, I need that announcement, bro. Like he's
right. We got to figure what that is. I mean,
and Luke Gifford, even he has had injury issues even in his short time.
Right. So I mean, low key, we're kind of just rolling into we have Jalen. We have look for everyone wants to trade to get rid of Jalen. I wouldn't because look where we're at.
We're already really thin.
We're Jalen and LVE. Like the linebacker position to me is a little bit more light than the cornerback. Right. So, yeah, I mean, Tuck, double dip it, linebacker in the draft
absolutely.
Or no?
You know, it was one of the things we point out last offseason that we were kind of light in the linebacker position because you got to think about the health of LVE and then also at the time Sean Lee. And so, yeah, I would definitely double dip to get some young athletic guys out there. I'll probably have a video dropping here soon about one of my guys that I like that might be there day 2. But yeah, you got to add more firepower, especially with that front seven. Like I've been saying, my concern isn't the quarterback position. I feel like that's the least of my concerns at this point. It's really the defensive line, the one tech,
that front seven,
the linebacker core, and also that free safety position because you're going to need a stud free safety with this new scheme, especially single high, man. Putting Xavier Woods back there single high and letting him. Oh, sorry, Spoon. Sorry. Spoon.
Spoon.
You're gonna need a land shark back there that can really cover and play in space. So yeah.
Spoon, are you double dipping that linebacker in the draft or no?
Listen, I don't mind double dipping. You have some linebackers that they could play, even in the later rounds. I believe his name is Paris from Michigan. That's one of my sleepers out there. That he played in the same type of scheme in Michigan. You need guys like Bobby Wagner. You look at his defense, Bobby Wagner. You need tough guys who can hit, guys who can play, not guys who want to talk about football and not fashion. You know, no disrespect to people out here doing their thing. You got to make it hustle. It is what it is. I'm tired of the brands. I want to see some heart. That's the key thing. Again, I'm not a football player. That's what you are. But we know what we're watching. What we're watching is a show. Right. I want to watch a game, and that's the big difference. This Seattle defense that's coming here is only going to work with players with attitude, not guys who worry about their stats, worried about their brand, worry if somebody's selling their forget all that. This is why we're losing. And this is why we're watching other teams win the championship. What we're watching is every time the owners, or Stephen Jones or his father, come out there and sells us, these guys are that good. And what happens? They're not that good.
Right.
They're not that good at all. Hey, Jalen Smith, listen, you one of my favorites when you got drafted, but you're getting a lot of tackles. Why? Because up front,
you're downfield.
Well, I mean, obviously, definitely him this year, way downfield. You know, he might get a tackle 10 yards and he's swiping. You know, my guy Lunatic hit me though. My guy Lunatic hit what I said. Now, Tuck, I put you on game on your show about this guy. The Joker. I put you on game about the Joker.
Notre Dame?
Yeah, I'm trying, man. But yeah, you're
gonna. But Lunatic, we can't cut Jalen. No, look, everybody wants to get on from Jalen. We don't have enough depth. We got to let it play out. That can't happen right here.
Yeah.
I would tell him to send a DT. But hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. Yes, I'm okay with double dipping at linebacker. Absolutely, with this front. And I'll be on record and I'll say it again. If you're telling me, hey, here's your pick, Snicks, here's your 3. Surtain, Farley, or the Joker, I'm taking the Joker. I think he does more for our defense than those 2 guys that you have. I'm sorry. Give me the Joker from Notre Dame at 10. Look, I love Surtain. But as we've talked about to nauseum, he's Diggs 2 We have him on the roster already. Right? In Diggs, right? Farley, he didn't play last year. He's got a back problem. I'm cool. Bro, I'll take Joker linebacker. Depending on how free agency plays out and how we move, we'll definitely dictate some of that. But yes, if we address more, if we don't really address the linebacker in free agency and go D-line, safety, corner, stuff like that, absolutely, I could definitely see us double dipping at linebacker. Yeah, first round and then something else.
We need more football players out there on the field, man. Not bragging guys. And that's the one thing I can say about J.C. Horn, when it comes to his corners. When I watch J.C. Horn out of all 3 of those corners, I just see toughness, a football player who's ready to go out there and play at all costs. And that's what we really don't have. Give me those types of guys on my team and my defense, especially.
Right.
We can go from there. That's what I need. That's why I like the Nick Boltons and the Cameron McGrones and players like that. Just put out dogs who just want to play football. Now, granted, will they become blinded by the lights? Yeah, because if they start to play well, package that up pretty. But as of right now, man, I just want to see those guys and more added to our team. The Sean Lee type players, the Leighton Vander Esch's. So
yeah, I mean, as moving. And I said this after it signed Quinn. I said, hey, 4-3 under, move him to the Sam.
Right.
Move Jalen to the Sam. He's closer to the line at that point. He can rush the quarterback, set the edge, or drop in the flat. Right. It's going to tremendously make him a better player.
Right.
That's why I'm not on the gas. Like I know a lot of people are on the gas about we need to get rid of Jalen. I'm not. I think we can position him to be in a better spot in this 4-3 under scheme as we look at what Dan Quinn brings, and I think he can do things. Now, if he can't get it done this year, yes, absolutely. Time to move on. Not right now. You keep him here.
Right.
Let him get into that same position in this 4-3 under, and let's see what he can do and move on from there.
Well, speaking on Jalen, it's like something I said on the show a few times. The story about Jalen is kind of his biggest downfall because he said that in his interview. He's like, man, I wasn't even supposed to be playing football. So you see me out there, I'm excited for my guys. I have my own independent handshake with each individual player. See, that's where Jalen, he's just out there just having fun. But we have to get to the point where we're past the story. What are you actually doing when we watch the film and we see all these efficiencies? So yeah, maybe moving him to more of a a strong linebacker for the Sam, where he can just come downhill, get out in coverage, and
be on the edge.
Right.
Yeah, and that's when we're getting into the 5-2-4s and different things of that ilk and what they do with this defense. And those are the nuances that we can do with him. So again, cutting Jalen. There's a big swell, if you will, of Cowboys Nation that wants to just cut bait and move on. But I mean, if we're asking the question right now about drafting 2 with him on the roster, my goodness, what do you have to do if you move on from him on this roster? So yeah, I mean, Jalen's here for me personally. It's not time to cut bait with Jalen. Yes, was I disenfranchised with his play last year and all of his swipes?
Right.
Sure, but I don't think it's a thing that can't be rectified in the right system because look, hey, how did Everson Griffin look in this scheme before he left? Right? How did D-Law look? We can kind of point and look at different guys within the Nolan scheme, if you will, and what happened. And my guy Lunatic, and I think all of us are on board. We have all, Mary, Spoon, Tuck, we've all talked about Horn, and man, Horn's got a little. I mean, look.
His father had it. One of my good friends' dads played for the Saints when his father, Joe Horn, was there, and he told me stories. You know, Joe Horn wasn't a nice guy, and I feel like that's the DNA, man.
Right. I mean, look, if we're taking the corner at 10, it's Surtain or Horn. I'm all the way out on Farley at this point.
Right.
At this point, in everything I've watched, I'm all the way out. It's Surtain or Horn. The one thing that I give Surtain is this. Communication, which matters on the back end, right? Let's be clear. Him and Diggs should have great communication,
right?
Because they played together in college. So, the press and Bell and everything, I'm okay there. But yeah, I mean, look, if we're talking corner, if we're sticking to picking the 10 at corner, if it's not Horner or Surtain and they go anywhere else at corner, I would be pretty upset. Fair to say, or how do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like Surtain is just the safest pick, but I feel like Horn gives us something different to our secondary, and he has more of an upside with athleticism or not. Like I said, so
Mary.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm always best player available.
BPA.
So,
Pitts.
We'll see.
Pitts.
Yeah,
Pitts.
We'll see how the chips fall. I mean.
Yeah, Tyler, yes. Joe Horn's son. Yes, absolutely. That is a bloodline for Joe Horn. Absolutely, unequivocally. Let me jump back into this mailbag real quick, and then we'll get to the Super Bowl. I'm going to keep y'all too long. We've actually went way longer. We had way too much going on earlier. The other mailbag real quick. DC 4 Live Ted. Shout out to DC 4 Live Ted. Inboxed and said, can the Cowboys really compete without Dak? Broad question. I understand the question.
I mean,
sure, right? I mean, can they compete?
We compete.
I mean, compete. What does compete mean?
What are we competing for? Are we
Right.
competing against the Eagles, the Giants, and the Washington football team for like that particular game? Are we competing for a Super Bowl? Like
Super Bowl playoff. Can we be a contender without Dak? No. Can we compete? Yeah, we'll be in a few games. We're in a few games this year, but nah. So
I mean, Spoon, can you compete without Dak?
No, listen. You always listen. We almost beat the Steelers. We almost beat Baltimore. We competed against those teams. But if you're trying to, if he's trying to ask, can we win without Dak? Well, you have to give us a scenario where who's our quarterback then. Tell me who's our quarterback, and then maybe we can go from there. Other than that, we won't win without Dak, but we definitely compete without Dak.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, compete. I mean, what are we talking about? Will we compete per game? Sure, we'll compete. Will we win a lot of games? I would think no.
Hey, we were in the game.
I mean,
we were in the game.
My guy didn't give me an answer as to who's going to be at the helm at quarterback, right? We competed a lot with Andy Dalton, right? We didn't win a lot with Andy Dalton, right? We competed pretty good with Double G, but we didn't win with Double G. Then there was Nucci Maine.
Oh God,
Maine LaFleur. Hey.
So I mean, sure. I mean,
man, I would love if Nucci would have beat the Eagles, man. I just
bro. I mean, compete, sure. I mean, we'll compete, right? Because that's what the NFL does. But as far as getting to the ultimate goal, I don't know. It goes back to the idea that, as my guy said, we lead off the show. Oh, draft Mac Jones, we'll be fine. I'm like, are we fine? Like, really?
Right.
That's the look. Let me grab one more question from the mailbag, and then we're going to move on to the Super Bowl picture real quick and get y'all up out of here. Boom. All right. The last question that we have tonight. I saved this one for the end. I saved this one for the end for a reason. I think this is antithesis of what we talk about when it comes to the Cowboys and what we need to do. This particular guy said, and he commented on the page as well of this, and I guess this is more of a statement for us to react to than a question. And what he said was, if we draft anything other than defense at 10, this Cowboys draft automatically is a C for me. And he said, # stamp it. Now, he commented this on the page. He doubled down in my inbox and wanted me to bring it up for sure. So if we draft anything outside, so I will pivot the question to this to y'all, and I'll start with Mary, and I'm going to go counterclockwise. If we draft offense in the first round, is this draft unequivocally a C or bust for you, Mary?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we have 10 picks, and there's, as we've talked about ad nauseum several times in the group and on Twitter and wherever, is, a lot of these defensive players, there's not a Chase Young, there's not a Jalen Ramsey that's worth that top 10 pick. So if offense is your best player available, you get your guy in offense, and you still have a lot of good guys left for the second round and the third round to get what you need. I don't see the issue, especially also, like I said, if they actually do something in free agency, that gives you a lot more freedom in the draft to actually 100% say, okay, this guy, Kyle Pitts, he's the best at number 10. We're taking him, and still be able to, in the second round, get your guy at corner or linebacker or whatever the case may be. You just got to see how things fall before you can even say it has to be a defensive player. It could be a defensive player that ends up being a bust. So how is it automatically better than a offensive talent that could be?
No, doesn't. Yeah, no. It doesn't matter if it's not defense. We lost.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
That doesn't make sense.
Tuck.
Twitter Tuck rant, man.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Twitter, whoa. Let me get you that solo. Tuck. There you go.
Listen,
let me get you that solo, Tuck. Give him that rant, Tuck.
I'm at the point where I'm sick and tired of people talking to me about not focusing on the Cowboys addressing the defense, right? In 2016, who wanted Jalen Ramsey more than anything on the planet? Me. Let's go to Derwin James. Who wanted him more than anything on the planet? Me. Last year, me and Spoon all summer was willing to mortgage the future for the Dallas Cowboys for Jamal Adams. Earl Thomas. Who on Twitter went and told y'all about trading this first round pick months ago for Quentin Williams, and everyone crucified me for it? Who's the one that went on Twitter and said Chase Young, I would take him number 1 in the draft last year? It's not that I do not care about the defense. What y'all have to understand, there is no standout defensive player in this draft, period. Every time you guys mention we got to draft defense, you give like 5 different names. 5 different names. There is no clear-cut standout guy. Or trust me, y'all, I would be all over it. Let's go to last year. Let's say, for instance, we had the opportunity to choose between CeeDee Lamb, and God knows how much I love him, and Chase Young was available. I'm taking Chase Young every time. But there's nobody in this draft, and I don't understand why y'all can't see that. I had people talking about we should take Tyler Shelvin in the first round. Are you even doing your research?
God.
Like, are you even doing your research? Like, people are not doing your research. You guys are really just looking at somebody and seeing, oh, he's a defensive tackle. Oh, he's a cornerback. I want him. Do your own research, break down the film, and you will see there's no clear-cut top 10 defensive guy. All the guys that we constantly mention, including a J.C. Horn, including a Tyson Campbell, including a Nick Bolton, Zaven Collins, all these players that were mentioned are possibly day 2 or late first-round picks. We are saying that for a reason, y'all. It's not that we don't address the defense. I'm sick and tired of us not having any dogs on defense. But this draft ain't it. Who's telling y'all about draft or signing a Justin Simmons or a Dalvin Tomlinson? Like, we want to address the defense, but there's no one that fixes anything. If we were to come in and we sign Patrick Surtain at the number 10 pick, it does absolutely nothing. We are in the same exact spot we was last year. Period. So what Kyle Pitts is able to bring to us is a different dynamic. He makes a strength more explosive, man. He makes a strength more explosive. There's no top 10 pick that's really worth the defense. It's just that simple. I've tried to address the defense. This is just enough to do it.
I mean, bro, we have expeditiously. We have expeditiously on 4 or 5 hour shows.
We can go off and still address the defense.
Right.
Yeah.
Spoon.
Spoon.
Don't take a defensive
read
player at
something.
10.
I'm just gonna read
It's
something.
automatic C.
And we just did it last year. None of y'all complained. So
some team sources feel Pitts is the second best player in the 2021 NFL draft and the best, and the rarest prospect after Trevor Lawrence. Some think that Pitts could move to wide receiver and be a poor man's Calvin Johnson. Other teams think Pitts should play receiver, but is a generational tight end prospect who could be similar to Travis Kelce or Tony Gonzalez in the NFL. Now,
let's go. Pitts Hive, let's go. Come on, Spoon. Come
we needed
through.
A linebacker. We needed a pass, but we needed a safety. We took BPA, CeeDee Lamb, right? Did we need a receiver? No, BPA. The first safety taken in last year's draft was who? Xavier McKinney. To where? The New York Giants. And what round? Second round, right? Okay. We didn't need that. Clavion Tayshaun. Have you watched Jacksonville's game lately? Where's Clavion? Oh, he needs to get better. Right? No, we got an explosive player who made a difference, even though we had a bad year.
Right.
So what I'm trying to get to y'all is, again, Mavi said it, Chuck said it. I know BJ's gonna say it. Tell me what defensive player in this draft there is a Chase Young, a Jalen Ramsey, or Aaron Donald. Give me, especially at 10, give me somebody. Right now, in November and December, when Mary put out November 4th, 2020, and if we get Kyle Pitts, hope so, God. I'm going to post God. And I'm going to call people out. I'm going to call folks out. She put on there November 4th, 2020 about Kyle Pitts. No, the tight end, he's this, he's that. The problem is, like Tuck says, some of y'all don't research. What you do is you go follow. See, don't follow up your leader.
Right.
That's the problem. You want to be followed. If you want to get good info, follow people with good information. I'm not trying to put anybody out there, but I'm sorry to say, if you're going to tell me that Tyler Shine or Chris Barrymore from Bama to be picked at number 10, the only offensive player that I would take at 10 besides Pitts was Sean Slater.
Right.
I'll take him. Why? You need that tackle. We don't know what happened with Lyle Collins and Tyron Smith.
To neutralize a Chase Young.
Right. I mean, I don't understand. Michael, y'all out there thinking like Michael Parsons is the next Ray Lewis. Y'all acting like the cornerbacks out there is 3 Jalen Ramsey.
Right.
Listen, I've been going to the draft since '98, and I remember the year when the Cowboys wanted Randy Moss, and the Cowboys told Randy Moss they're going to draft him. They told him the night before that. He tore our asses up every year, especially Thanksgiving. And last year, when we got CeeDee Lamb, I said, finally, we did it right. You don't pass up on great plays, because I guarantee you, some of y'all who play fantasy football, I guarantee you'll be drafting Kyle Pitts in that first round, the more you read about on somebody else's team. Or let it go to the division rival, the Eagles, the Giants, the Washington football team.
The Eagles are foaming at the mouth right now.
Also, I asked, you're going to say, you know what? We should take Kyle Pitts at number 10.
And you know, the thing with that is, you know, I'll take Pitts off the board. I'm going to take Pitts off the board, right? I'm going to take Pitts off the board. So tell me the best. I mean, is there a defensive guy at 10 that's going to be better than Rashawn Slater?
Right.
I mean, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Look, if somehow Penny Sewell falls to 10, is there a better defensive guy there?
Here's the thing.
You know, I mean, there's offensive guys. Look, how about this one? How about this one, though? Right? Because I've seen a lot in the chat tonight. Oh, Gallup's gone. He's gone with King Payne. He can't Payne. So if a
receiver,
if a Chase or a Waddle is at 10, are they better than the cornerback that's going to be there? Again, you had to do BPA in the first round. I'm sorry. And you got to be better. Like, build your board and do it the right way.
Right.
Look, again, and here's the problem. Everything is built around, from the very beginning of talking about this draft and where we're at 10, it's all about cornerback. You know why? Because what we need, DT1 and free safety,
is not there.
10.
Right.
So
You're settling.
Cowboys defense sucks. What they really need isn't there. But you know what we're going to do? We're just going to give the best guy that's there at 10. However, he's not Jalen Ramsey.
Right. And,
Oh.
and what did we do last year? We drafted CeeDee Lamb at 17 and turned around and arguably got one of the best defensive players in the draft in the second round. So why do y'all think it can't be done again? Why do you think that we can't take a Kyle Pitts and then turn around and address the corner and get a Asante Samuel or a Tyson Campbell or these guys to plug in that hole?
Mary, we've talked about in Willie McClay we trust, right?
Right.
Yep.
And Doug just talked about that guy in the second round
Yep.
that we tried to trade up for. We couldn't get a trade up, and we stuck and we still got him.
Right.
So we don't trust. Wait, guys, we don't trust Willie McClay no more.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Willie McClay can get us another Diggs or a Gallimore in the second and third rounds. Is that where we're at, Mary? Are we outside our mind now?
I mean, apparently. I mean, Diggs was one of the best rookie corners in the league, if not the best. We got him in the second round. So I don't understand why, we have to force a guy that doesn't belong there at 10.
And Nick, you just hit the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
That's what it is. What the Cowboys need isn't there at 10, so we're just selling. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what? I need some new basketball shoes. This store ain't got what I got, man. So I'm just gonna get some running shoes, like whatever. I just need new shoes. Like, no, what you need isn't available. And at 10, you can still address your needs. If you were to get a free safety, like Washington or Morick in the second round, and then turn around and get a Tyler Shelvin, have we not satisfied our needs with the Dallas Cowboys as far as the positions that focus? Absolutely. So
right. And the thing is, right? Let me spin this around to y'all. I'm gonna start with you, Spoon. And I'm gonna pivot off of that. We're talking about cornerback at 10, which is cool. That's fine. Like, cornerback is deep in this draft.
Right.
Like, there's not a cornerback at 10 that separates them. Let me pivot. Let me not interject what I'm looking at. Let me ask y'all. I don't see a cornerback plug whatever flavor of ice cream that you like at 10. I don't see a cornerback that we could take at 10 that I cannot get in the second round that I'm like, oh, well, well, shit, damn it. There's not the separation there. Right. I look at the top 10 cornerbacks. Look, and I said 5 earlier in previous casts.
Right.
I've extended my watch. I'm gonna go 10. 10's a little far. I'm gonna go. There are 7 to 8 guys that I'm looking at.
Right.
If I'm taking, let's take. Let me look off a Tuck from Cowboys Fan Zone. Let me go off a Tuck, and we talked about him before you did the video. Campbell from UGA.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In this system, is he better than anybody that we take at 10?
Right.
And you can get him low key. You might get him in the third round.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So why are we so pressed to go get a cornerback here and think that if we don't get a cornerback here at 10, this draft is a failure? Somebody help me.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, 1999 at the NFL draft at Madison Square Garden, I was there live. The New York Giants were on the clock. Any Giants fans here, you know this. This is when Paul Tagliabue was the commissioner. Now, normally the commissioner would say the team's on the clock and walk off the stage and go to the back. So about 2 to 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
The minute he said the Giants are on the clock, he took a step forward. They really gave him the card. And we was all shocked. Like, then I was quick.
Right.
They took tackle Luke Pettigrew. The reaction at Madison Garden at that time, they needed a tackle. They reached that far. They went nuts. See, back then we had security guards, but ain't like now. Right. They was throwing beer bottles. They was throwing everything. I'll give you another scenario. The Philadelphia Eagles. They drafted the center Danny Watkins, a former fireman.
Right. Yeah.
Third round supposed to be, but he was the best center. They needed a center and they reached. What happened? Oh, it was fights outside the Garden. What I'm explaining to you is this. Listen, I'm a draft junkie. Tuck, BJ, Mary, we love the draft. As you can see, we love the draft. It's research. Even if you don't watch college football, you all you have to do is research.
Right.
You understand what a guy is worth in that first round. First round is the red carpet. That is the show. Right. Not somebody, we need this guy. He's the best at his position, but total overall, he's down the bottom. Right. You don't get those guys. You can wait for that guy. You can wait.
Right.
When at number 10, I swear, if we reach for a guy that we could have gotten in the second round, I'm going to give that a C. No, matter of fact, I'm giving it an F.
So, right. So what if we do take a Tyson Campbell at 10? Is Cowboys fans going to be excited? You know, I'm like, what? Tyson Campbell? Why do we take him?
We need a corner.
We need a corner.
It depends on what's on the board. It depends on what the board. Real quick, we got one more segment to get out. We've been hell long. Real quick, at 10 on February 3rd, at number 10, who you taking? Mary Ella. At number 10, it'll change. We're going to do this again. But on February 3rd, at number 10, who you taking, Mary?
You know I hate this.
I mean, it's okay.
I mean, if Kyle Pitts is there and he's best player available, I'm taking him.
Another one of them.
Yeah. I mean, if he's best player available, I'm all down for best player available. So.
Tony,
was that
number 10? Number 10, what you taking? Come on,
I'm taking Kyle Pitts at number 10.
Let's go, Pitts game. Mr. Tuck.
I mean, you already know, man. It's just that simple, man. Kyle Pitts, like if he's there available, and I pray he is, because that means that Philly didn't get him. And it's really just that simple, man. Because he makes a strength even better, man. Like there's no guy that's gonna fix our defense. I don't know who the hell y'all been watching, man. Like I really don't.
Yeah,
look at that.
Show them highlights. I mean, here's the thing: at cornerback, at the end of the day, right? Borrow that line from my guy Spoon. You already have Diggs on one side that you got in the second round last year. You saw what he did, right? All right, you got Brown, who's your slot guy. You got Reggie Robinson, the second that's
right. So why are people giving up on Reggie Robinson?
I'm saying you got Reggie Robinson coming back through, right? All right, you got Maurice Kennedy, who opted out. He's on the contract. He's back.
Right.
I absolutely unequivocally believe that they're going to sign Cheeto back.
Right.
So we pivot to the tight end position. Schultz put up 2019 Jason Witt numbers.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
What did Bell do? Okay, cool. All right, bet. All right, and then we have Blake Jarwin, who couldn't get on the field because of Witten.
Right.
Witten did leave for a year when he wasn't injured, right? Right. Witten left for a year and he wasn't injured.
Right.
And okay, whatever happened. Then he came back and then he's benched again. Then now it's his time and he tore his ACL. So I got a torn ACL, Blake Jarwin, that hasn't done much. And then I have Schultz, who, okay, great. You put up 19 Witten numbers.
Right.
Bring me Pitts.
Right.
Period.
Right.
There's not a better cornerback at 10 than Pitts is as a tight end at 10.
Right.
I can get a cornerback later. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Period. It doesn't matter.
PTA. Team Slater, but that's not the question. They're saying that we can't go offense at all. It has to be defense only. Like I don't see that logic, man. It makes zero sense.
Rome, you're wrong. Philly's going to take a wide receiver.
They're probably going to take that.
No. May not even be wide receiver. They may even take a quarterback. Don't sleep.
No, don't. Bro, Dallas Goedert's still there. No matter what they do with Ertz, Goedert's still there. Name me their number one wide receiver right now, please.
No, it's bad. It's very bad. But what I'm saying,
who's their number one wide receiver right now?
Riga. As of right now, Riga. Who? Riga. But I'm explaining to you is this: if they trade Carson Wentz, people thinking that Jalen Hurts is the guy at number 6. Don't be surprised if Lurie goes, "Hey, give me that quarterback." The same.
Hey, and his movie The Change talks about Ask Tuck on his show. I said, "Hey, I'll take Slater. It's in."
I'll take that.
And then Tuck went over here. He went and did his tape, and he was like, damn it, this Slater. for sure, I'll take Slater at 10 as well.
Yeah,
I'm
Slater's
saying
not a bad. Listen, the
Right.
two plays, the two
Right.
best, the two
It's
offensive
Pitts
players
and
I would
Slater.
admire.
That's it. But
That's
you know
it.
me. And you know who's number one on my overall board. But I still wouldn't take him if I was so pro offense. Like, you know, if Chase was there, I would love to have him. But that's being unreasonable. But Pitts, he has to be dynamic.
Yeah, Chase is going to be a believable player, unbelievable player.
No, fair. No, yeah, fair enough. I mean, but again, for where we sit, yeah.
And see, my thing is this: people saying defense. Please give me a player on defense. Give me a player. That's all I want to know. Give me a player, and you tell me. And here's the thing: rank them where Pitts is at. Rank them on the overall board.
We gave our Pitts speech.
That's too much research.
We gave our Pitts speech. We are in way overtime. Let's get to these Super Bowl talk and picks. I'll go around horn. I'm gonna start with Mary and go clockwise. What do you think about the Super Bowl so far? And don't give your pick. Just what do you think about the Super Bowl so far and what's been happening? Mary, I'll start with you.
I mean, I'm bored with it.
See?
Are you watching?
Yeah, I'll be watching.
Okay.
I'll be watching. It's my last chance to see football for a while, so I'll be watching.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of bored with it, and
not very exciting. The 2 weeks not very exciting at all.
I mean, I'm not a stan. I mean, I recognize Patrick Mahomes is the best QB in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great talent, but I'm not a stan. So I'm not gonna Google Gaga over everything he does. I just want to watch. So I don't have anything invested in the Chiefs at all. Then, you know, Tom Brady, don't hate him at all. So I'm not just rooting against him. So I just want to see.
What do you think about the NFL? What do you think about the NFL telling the Bucs they can't fire the cannons?
Oh, I mean, it makes sense because even though they're technically at home, it's supposed to be a neutral game. So that gives them some advantage.
That's a great point.
Hey, lunatic, bro, you were speaking my language. If we're going defense at 10, that's my guy currently. Subject to change, that's my guy currently, though. That's agreed. All right, well, Spoony, so far, Super Bowl, what do you think? How you feel about the Super Bowl?
I mean, Mary put up a great point about the cannon. I was having issues with that, but just come out and say neutral ground, and I can understand that. That's fair. The only thing I don't agree with that, one of the rules is that you can't yell or scream because of the COVID situation. I'm like, damn, you can't get hyped about a game, and that's going to Super Bowl like that. Two high power offenses, you want to be in it, so you got to be kind of quiet, and if not, you get kicked out. But overall, it's a good matchup. I'm going to be watching. Listen, things are really being funny around the Chiefs as we speak. Anytime you're playing Tom Brady, that's normal. But it's going to be a good game, and you know I have the Chiefs winning it. I have the Tom Brady giving the keys to the throne to Mahomes.
All right. Off the rip, you do live in Chiefs area there, Tuck. Not trying to knock you, if you will. Yeah. But I'm just saying, Super Bowl thoughts before we get to these picks. What do you think?
Yeah, I just had one of my guys on, Darren Smith. He covers the Chiefs, man. He's out there in Tampa, and he said something I didn't really think about is that it's kind of a dead environment because it's the first time that a home team has hosted the Super Bowl. So everyone that's kind of a Bucs fan, they're already there. So you really don't see the touristy type atmosphere that you probably saw last year in Miami. But I feel like overall, man, I feel like the Chiefs are going to overpower Tom Brady in this. In the
whoa, I ain't talking about picks.
Okay.
You know, how we going?
Okay, yeah. And I'll say, like, you know, I think where, you know, even though it's going to be a good matchup, I feel like the hype isn't there due to kind of the COVID situation. I mean, all the interviews are being via Zoom press conference, so you really don't see that whole kind of fanfare that you normally get with the Super Bowl. So, I mean, everyone got mad at me on my show. I mean, I'm going to watch it, and if I doze off, I doze off. I don't care. So.
Well, you know, I mean, for me, I think outside of everything that's happened between, you know, the conference championship games up till now was the kid reporter asking Patrick Mahomes if Tyreek Hill's a cheetah, what's your spirit animal? And you know, and Patrick Mahomes said a wolf leading wolves and doing things, and then he backdoored and asked him, "Well, what is Kelsey?" And he's like, "He's a giraffe just kind of out there grazing and doing." I love the kids. I love them getting involved to be able to ask questions. I love the answers from Patrick Mahomes. I think that is pretty awesome. I was kind of off the rip. When I saw the report about can't fire the cannons or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Neutral, blah blah blah, whatever. But on the other end, why not just fire you got it there. Why not just fire cannons no matter who scores? There's an idea. It's there. Fire the cannons no matter what. And then I also thought about, well, I mean, be clear, the Bucs are the first team ever to win 3 road games. Now we can talk about the road games, like, oh well, the Washington football team had a losing record, and well, torn rotator, 12 broke ribs, Breeze, whatever. I mean, we can talk about whatever. But I mean, they won 3 road games, and they're hosting a Super Bowl, the first team ever. Why not? So I mean, whatever. I'm cool with it. I'm torn with it. Here's what I do know: if I am the owner of the Bucs, and if we happen to win this thing, as soon as them clocks hit triple zeros, man, I am firing every single round we got.
I'm firing off regardless, because you think Chiefs fans aren't going to do their arrowhead chop? And
you already know, right?
That's what it is, man. You're at home, so it's like fire those cannons, bro. I'll take the fine or whatever y'all want to do.
But with that being said, we're going to go around again. Who do you have and what's your score? Mary, I know you don't like scores. I know, but this ain't the Cowboys. It's okay. It's not right. So who do you have winning and what's your score?
I mean, I haven't decided who I think is winning yet. I think I've seen people go opposite ends of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs are missing a lot of O-line help, and they're going against a great defensive line. Mm-hmm. So that's and both teams have good pass catchers, good head coaches. I think it's going to be definitely a challenge, more than a lot of people think, for the Kansas City Chiefs. Come on, I think it's going to come down to the end, honestly.
All right, well, give me who wins it. I didn't let you off the hook. Who wins? Give me the score. This ain't the Cowboys.
I mean, don't quote me. Don't quote me. I'm going to give it to the Bucs.
Oh, Bucs. What's the score?
27-33.
All right, Bucs 33-27 for the dub for Mary. Spoonie.
Yeah. I believe it was 19. Well, I forgot the year, but the year that the 49ers beat the Chargers, the score was 49-26.
95.
Thank you. 49-26. So that was the highest ever. That will be broken this Sunday. I have the Chiefs winning 50-48.
Ooh,
oh, super high. 50-48?
Yep. It's gonna be a high scoring offense.
Okay.
Game.
J Tuck, what do you got? Who you got winning?
No, I feel like the Chiefs is just too much for Tampa Bay. I got the Chiefs winning 31-20, and then we pull up next year Thursday night for the ring ceremony. Like, what's happening?
And we
good.
Shit.
What's good? We got Kyle Pitts. We strapped up. What's good? Let's run it back. That's what y'all like to do, man. That's what we gotta do. But I feel like the Chiefs is just too much right now. For Tampa Bay. I just don't trust Tampa Bay because we saw the turnovers that Brady had versus Green Bay, and I feel like if he makes those same critical mistakes, the Chiefs will capitalize on it.
That was second half, though. I feel you.
Yeah. But I just feel like Andy Reid, Kansas City offense is too overpowered. They can beat the Bucs in so many different ways. I feel like the Bucs have to play a A+ game to win, and I feel like the Chiefs can still have mistakes, but because their offense is just so OP. And I feel like Travis Kelce will have a big game, but Mahomes will still get named the Super Bowl MVP.
Okay. I think this game is way closer than a lot of people want to admit. Mm-hmm. Honestly, when I look at the injuries on the offensive line for Kansas City, it's a problem that nobody wants to really talk about. Especially when you look at the edge rushers that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have. That hey, look, go back last week, right? The Packers were missing a left tackle. They were solid everywhere else for the most part, and you saw the pressure that they got without blitzing with their front four. So I think that's something that carries. I think the game comes down to that. I think it comes down to, can Eric Bieniemy, can Andy Reid scheme up enough to take care of the injuries on the offensive line to go win. And, it was like, oh, well, yeah, well, the defensive line, but oh my God, look at Tyreek Hill, look at this, look at that. I was like, do you not know those two linebackers in Levante David and Mr. White and them sideline to sideline and how they could now obviously David has the hamstring, we had to see, but they didn't have their safety that the Cowboys talked about drafting last year. Right. That's going to be back. So yeah, man. I think it's a lot closer than people want to say. I think the problem for the Bucs is Brady can definitely give you a strong half. He can't give you a full game. I don't know if Brady can run it up enough to get them where they need to be. I look at the Bucs defense and what they do, and I look at the Niners defense last year, what defense is better, so on and so forth. But I'm going to ride with my girl Mary. I'm going to ride with Mary. I am going to do it.
You want to run the wings back then? I'll take a free lunch on the Chiefs.
I look at unlike playoff P and for the Clippers, I'm looking at playoff Fournette and how he's running. You 1-3 on the road. Things are happening. Man, hey, Brady's going to stamp his legacy, right? It just kind of feels that way. It's in Tampa. Man, give me the Bucs.
Ain't no
35-31. It'll be 31.
Hold on.
It'll be 31-28 with 2 minutes to go, and Brady throws a touchdown at the end of the game to win it. 35. Look, I didn't really know that. I've had the Chiefs all the way up, but as we talked and everything else, I'm going 35-31.
I'll give you one thing. I do think the Bucs coaching staff overall is better than the Chiefs. Todd Bowles back there, I give him that. He may be a difference maker for that defense, but it's gonna be a good game.
Run them wings back, man. Double or nothing.
No. I'm gonna
run the wings back. Ain't no way, man. We're gonna be asleep by the time the weekend takes the stage.
Party will be catered by the one and only Jay Tuck because Amari Cooper is still the number one on this team, like I said.
Hey, don't forget our win. Don't forget our bet either. We got an NFL draft bet. I said 5 quarterbacks we were taking the first round.
What?
Yeah, don't forget that bet. I said 5 quarterbacks will be taking the first round.
Who's bet?
That's the wings bet between me and you.
Oh no, I didn't say that. How they look and send it to me.
Anyways, I'm betting that there'll be 5 quarterbacks in the first round.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, Mac Jones with a K is going to show up.
Oh God! You know what?
Return of the Mac, man.
Neither here nor there. Neither here nor there, man. And we had a good time, man. We ran super long. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. As always, I'm gonna pay some bills first. I'm gonna spin it around. Hey, look, man. Simply on Twitter, you see it. Your_guy_Knicks. Come follow me. Instagram as well. I'm still not on Instagram chain like Tuck, but I'm coming along. On YouTube, Stargame Podcast, hit the sub, hit the like. If you're on Facebook, Stargame page, hit the like and follow. Stargame group, come join us. Boom. Mariella, Stargame Beauty as well. Oh, well, or Make It Rain Trick on Twitter is where she's at. My guy Spoonie881 on Twitter. Obviously, on all the other platforms on Stargate, you can find us as well. And Mr. Tuck.
Yeah, find me on Cowboys Fans Only on YouTube. and follow me on Twitter at jtuck151 at your own discretion. So,
Indeed.
yeah.
Indeed. I mean, we appreciate y'all. If you're locked in, look, even on Facebook, hit that notification button. If you're locked in, we're here every Wednesday. But outside of that, you never know. You might catch me, you might catch Spoon, you might catch Tuck, you might catch you never know. You'll catch all of us on a Wednesday. Outside of that, man, you just never know.
Right.
Shout out to Praise over there with Mary real quick. I see you. That poetic. You know what? It's been on, yeah, you put it together. But I've been working my girl Mary down in Austin, man. They've been working her.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Ooh, Lord.
All our work pays off, man.
Yeah.
Man, hey, I need a loan. I'm just saying. Need a loan one time.
Yeah, let me get a loan for these wings, man.
You can talk about these wings in a second.